Detailing 101, today we're covering wheel cleaning. We're going to start by making sure the wheel is cold. It's not hot, it hasn't been driven recently. Next, we're going to use our All Clean. Now, we can spray All Clean, or if you have a foamer, you can foam it on. We're getting inside the barrel and then doing the wheel face itself. Now this All Clean is diluted 15:1, which is more than strong enough to take care of that. Next, I'm going to be adding iron remover. We know that with these big brakes, there's a lot of iron on here. We'll add a bit of iron remover here, and the iron remover will also give us additional lubrication for when we're brushing the wheel. Get that brake caliper as well. From there, some brushes. I'm going to start with the brush on the wheel, and the brush is in our rinseless wash. Next, the barrel brush. I like starting at the top and working sort of in a circular motion and then back and forth, getting from one spoke to another. And by starting at the top, I'm working the dirt down both sides and ending at the bottom. Next, I'm going to use a smaller brush and get the spokes. Get between the spokes, and again, being very methodical. So I'm starting at the upper position. Some people like to start at the valve stem and work their way back around. The decision is yours. And then working every side and every angle of the spokes. And the wheel face again, and then back up the other spoke. Occasionally, if I feel it's a little dry, dunk it back in and continue. Make sure to get around that valve stem. And then I'll come in and do a lug nut. Finally ending with the center cap. Optionally, if you can have access to it, well, get that brake caliper while you're there. Some wheels it's very difficult to get to. This large 5-spoke design is rather simple. Next, I'll be using the pressure washer. You could also use a garden hose, but a pressure washer, especially for wheels, does a slightly better job. You want to make sure to get those barrels cleaned out, because if you don't, when you start driving, that dirt that you dislodged but didn't rinse away will end up on the outside of the car. From there, I'm going to use quick beads. Quick beads is going to make cleaning the wheel next time much easier, and it's also going to make drying the wheel easier and safer. Again, paying special attention to the barrel of the wheel and then the face. Getting that brake caliper once again. I'm gonna let the quick bead sit for 30 seconds or so. It is a water-activated ceramic. The water-activated ceramic allows us to disperse it with the water and make sure it's evenly spread on the wheel. The quick beads will also help this wheel be much easier to dry. And you'll notice we have a bit of a sudsy look to it. You want to keep rinsing until you get rid of that sudsy look. If you have a leaf blower or master blaster, now's the time to use it. But today, I'll just be using a towel. If you did a great job cleaning your wheels, you shouldn't have anything on the towel once you're done cleaning the towel other than water. I'm making sure to get, again, into all these sections. And where I can reach my hand in, I'll get in there to dry the barrel of the wheel. So as you can see, this is where a blower could come in handy. I have a second towel here as an insurance policy, just to go over that just a little again. Getting the corner of the towel in behind the lug nuts and around them. Get the water out of those areas. You don't want the water flying out of there once you start driving away. Final little inspection. Make sure that I've gotten as much of that barrel dried as I can. And then make sure the tire is nice and dry. Now the tire is ready to receive the tire dressing. I like to use a brush to apply it. There's a couple advantages to the brush. First of all these little sipe lines, it will get in there quite easily, around all the lettering, etc. The other thing is, it gives you really good control. So I'm going to spray onto the brush. I'm not going to spray on the tire. I'm going to add tire lotion to the tire, but I'm purposely avoiding this lip because I don't want to get tire dressing on the wheel itself. Now using the brush again, I'm going to add tire lotion right here to the edge of the brush. Then this little lip here, I can go in with the brush, not touching the wheel, but just getting it in that nice little lip. Now my tire is dressed on all angles and faces. What's on the ground, I like to roll the vehicle forward a foot or two and just finish with the brush. Now, I had a little too much on my brush here, so I'm just going to wipe it off the wheel face. If you like a more subdued look to your tire dressing, once it's sat for 30 seconds or so, you can take your microfiber towel and just lightly go over it. And if you like a more shiny look, let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes and give it a second application. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, leave them below and follow us on the next Detailing 101.